Administrator McCarthy has one of the hardest, most challenging jobs in the country, but it is also one of the most important to the health and well-being of all Americans, whether they recognize it or not to enjoy. Please welcome EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy.
First of all, let me get one thing out of the way. I say smart, get over it. Working with individual communities. The whole value of doing that is not just what you do in that community, but the lessons you learned. What's the pathway that led to this success so that these projects can be a model for others? And frankly, not just a model for how communities behave, but a model for how the regulated entities behave to make these the easiest path moving forward. And part of the challenge we on growth is to continue to promote really good growth patterns that recognize those limitations and that recognize that people need to be surrounded and live in communities where they are healthy and growing and vibrant.
In the category of overall excellence and smart growth, it goes to the Atlanta Beltline, East Side Trail, and historic 4th Ward Park. This project, like all the others, has a large list of local and corporate partners and events. So let's look at the video, please. Before inviting the Mayor of Atlanta to up the microphone, I just want to say that Ryan Gravel is here with us. Wave your hand. Now it's my honor to introduce to you Kasim Reed, the Mayor of Atlanta, Georgia.
I really want to start off just by expressing my deep appreciation to John Frece and to Administrator McCarthy for making this a priority. And really for setting aside a special day. To lift up folks who across America really are doing good. Everybody in this room certainly understands that these projects are not easy. I also want to thank Paul Morris, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Atlanta Beltline, and the entire Beltline team. We got a pretty big delegation here today, because they really are where hope meets the street. So as mayor of the city, we have an impressive vision. We want to protect 1,300 acres of green space, and the Atlanta Beltline Inc. group really is the implementer of that vision. I also want to acknowledge Gwen, who is now the Chief of Staff for the EPA. But prior to that, she was the Region 4 Administrator. So I want to give a shout out to the home team. I want to thank Shay Jones-Johnson for joining us. Well, as of today, the City of Atlanta and our partners have invested $325 million in the Atlanta Beltline. And that investment in sustainability has leveraged $1 billion of private investment. So that's a leverage of 3 to 1. So far. Oh, we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting started. But, you know, if you look off in the background, there's an old brown building. It looks old because it is. It used to be the Sears warehouse for the Southeast. So it was a 2 million square foot building that was an eyesore on the entire corridor. But I'm here today to share with you, because of the investments we made in the Atlanta Beltline, that's now Ponce City Market, and the private sector is investing $250 million, and that place is already has attracted 1,000 new jobs. So all of the values that we care about, all of us provide examples for other folks to get out and do good. So when you look at the city of Atlanta, you can show that you can invest in bike paths and trails. Ours is 22 miles. We have 60% of the right of way. But at the end of the day, you deliver concrete results, not just in sustainability, preserving green space, making your city more attractive, that you generate well-paying jobs that are going to strengthen the overall economy of Atlanta for years to come in the future.
You can see it in the faces of the folks on the videos. You can sense it, no doubt, whenever you walk into any of these communities. But I want to let you know that you've also changed us.
To talk to some folks from the Atlanta Beltline project just when I showed up at the event tonight. Absolutely incredible work that folks have done, and I know that's true across the board of the folks who are represented here on their projects.
Welcome, everyone. Great to have you here this evening. Great to have our panel here with us tonight. It's a real honor for Smart Growth America to be able to host this event.
But what we have found as well, and one of the reasons why we were so honored that EPA would recognize the Beltline is when we've been able to do that, and we've been willing to not be limited by our own imagination of what's possible, the federal agencies have been able to figure out ways to come along with us.
Just absolutely great to be here. And this is such, I'm so proud of Chicagoland. Congratulations to everyone who are the winners today. I think you really set the standard for the rest of the nation and show that we can have sustainable, sensible growth that also accommodates our communities and serves our residents.
To be here tonight because everything you do here, EPA, Smart Growth America, epitomizes.